Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video, we're going to preview round 19 of the NRL Fantasy 2024 season. So as usual, we'll just quickly go through the who's hot, who's not list. So popular trade-ins, trade-outs this week. And in terms of the who's hot, not too many arguments to start with. Jai Gray, yep, looking to bring him in, so that's a tick. Klamatangi is on my list, tick. Fafita, if you haven't got him, bring him in, tick. Jaden Campbell, yep, don't mind him. I'm not bringing him in, but do like it, tick. Geimer, I think I'm bringing him in this week as well, so that's a tick. Will Price, Jack White in the next two, so awkwardly mid-price options. And I think really at this stage you're either looking at keepers or cheapies slash nuffs. So I've got Gray and Geimer in that cheapie category. Kolomatangi for Fafita, obviously keepers. Campbell is a borderline keeper at wing fullback. I think if he's your third wing fullback after maybe Tedesco Edwards, don't hate that. So yeah, ticks there. Homoli Olukwatu, I guess, is a keeper, so tick. Plath, be interesting to see how he goes at hooker, and probably one I will keep for the rest of the season just because of his versatility. So I'll give that a tick. Ruben Garrick is a keeper in the centres, so tick. Tom Trbojevic, a bit more of a pod wing fullback option, but high risk, high reward, so that's a tick. Tungo is a cheapie, so tick. Ewan Aitken, keeper, tick. Ryan Madison, probably a void for me. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him this season. He definitely hasn't been popping up on too many radars. It's going to take forever to load. You know, sort of awkwardly priced. Does offer dual position, which is nice. But, you know, if we look at his scoring, you know, it's probably improved the last few weeks. It's just been injuries, I suppose, have kept him out. So, I forget if he was named in the starting side. If he's in the starting side, okay, yep, you can bring him in. But if he comes off the bench, then it's probably an avoid. Yep, and I accidentally closed that. Stuffed the whole thing up, but that's fine. Lockie Galvin, I think it's a bit too late, really. Like, he does play the next couple of weeks, but, you know, Cleary's coming back. I mean, if you haven't got any cover in your halves and you need someone this week, yeah, you could do a lot worse. But, you know, I'd rather look at going right down to a Jai Gray, for example, and, you know, then go from there. So even a Max Plath, you know, over Galvin. So there's two options. If you haven't got one of those two, bring them in instead of Galvin. On the trade outs, so the injuries, yeah, Ben Trbojevic you could hold, but you know, if you're just relying on him for this week, then trade. Weeks you can trade. I think Fogarty's due back after the bye, so he's done his job for us. Salmon's a trade. Hughes is a trade. Manu, I think you can trade. You know, as long as you've got, you know, like in Aitken, Gary, Jacob Kiraz as those keeper options in the centres. Marshall King you can trade. Jack Cole can trade. Can't argue with too many of those, to be honest. You know, plenty of great trade out options this week, given the injury carnage and, you know, teams that are not playing this week. So, in terms of my team, you know, I haven't actually changed anything since the round review from last round, round 18. So just to review the trades, I've gone with Sean Bloor down to Geimer. Just think, you know, take the cheap option while it's available this week. KO Weeks as well, you know, he's done his job. So Jai Gray will come in, you know, try and squeeze the last bit of cash out there. And then Marshall King's out injured. We've got plenty of coverage at hooker. So Klamatangi I'm bringing in because I needed a middle, and he was the best one available. So this is how the team stacks up. I guess the one thing since the round preview that I'm considering is one Thomas Trbojevic. So I talked about this in the Supercoach preview, but he has got the next couple of games at Four Pines. Um, he's playing fullback, which is nice. Um, and it's definitely a bit of a move where you're sort of hoping that he'll keep the job after Cooler comes back. So then the question is just who do we trade out? So we've got the 13 here. If we look to the bench, Fanua Blake's a keeper. Tyron Wishart, he's pretty much getting there, but I sort of basically got him as a placeholder for Nathan Cleary. I sort of expect him and Munster to come back at about the same time. Drinkwater and Edwards, I've got as keepers, but obviously, Drinkwater to Trbojevic, you know, they're both sort of on level pegging as far as the third wing fullback goes. So that could be the move. Isaiah Yeo, keeper. Kiraz is my centre keeper. Josh Curran just provides good coverage in the middle, so I'll probably hold him. Harry Grant's obviously my finishing hooker. So um, I guess, two trades looks a bit ominous, but the fact is we do get 8 extra trades next week. Um, so can actually have a little luxury trade. And so I am going to bring him in. So TRB, Tom Trbojevic, confirm that. And then I guess just to give us a little bit, well, actually, no. I just was going to do a bit more flexibility. But realistically, I think out of these 6 that are playing, that Hopewadi will score the least. So I'll just push him up the top just for aesthetic purposes. So I mean, going to make that 4th trade, bring Tom Trbojevic in. Probably not going to captain him or anything crazy. Um, it's not really the right format for him to become captain. But just, try and squeeze a few more points out, see if we can push this overall rank in the right direction. So that's the NRL fantasy team for this week. As I said, short, sharp one. Got the money in the bank for the big hitters next week. So Payne Haas, James Tedesco, maybe Nathan Cleary if he's back. We'll just see how that pans out. But should be fun. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, get them down below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NRL fantasy content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.